The Prime Minister, John Major, in a speech which he's making as we speak, is accusing Labour of being soft on law and order, which he began delivering some time ago. Crime is an issue which both parties have been trying to grapple with in the run-up to the next election. We've been to one town which has successfully reduced offences by 20% over the past 2 years. Leamington Spa in Warwickshire has introduced a range of measures with the support of the local community. Mark Dyson reports now on the crime-busting scheme which has been initiated by a Labour-controlled local authority.
Saturday night in Leamington Spa can bring trouble, but the eyes and ears of the police are everywhere in this town, which has taken the fight against crime into its own hands. This is how they'd like it to be, the Regency England spa town with its grand terraces, gardens, parks and river, all very peaceful. But a community that was founded on drink, spa water, is now facing up to the consequences of another drink, alcohol.
There were several policemen injured, one quite seriously in a large fight. I think that culminated in about 19 or 20 arrests for various public order offences.
Well, it reached a situation in one particular street where at about 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, 200 to 300 young people would congregate at the end of a night's drinking and start fighting in the street, attacking cars, causing damage to local houses and shop windows.
I think the thing you've got to remember about Leamington Spa is that there are a lot of people who actually live in the town centre. Just outside the immediate shopping area where the pubs and clubs are, there are a lot of residents, and they were being disturbed and affected by this bad behaviour.
The people of Leamington Spa had had enough, so the local council, town traders and community representatives drew up a plan of action. The first measure they took was to build a major closed-circuit television network. 60 cameras watch virtually every street, every pub, every shop and every car park. More cameras are on the way. The control room is staffed around the clock, 365 days a year. At the first sign of trouble, there's a hotline to the police. The costs of setting up the network were met from council reserves. The traders pay the operating costs. For them, there's also the incentive that safety brings in more shoppers.
It would be nice if the police could do everything that they wished and did do everything that everybody else wished them to do. I don't think they can deliver that. So that we've got to cooperate and we've got to share the responsibility. The crime prevention officer, if you like, today is you, it's me, it's everybody.
If the eyes of the town are the closed-circuit cameras, the ears are the radio link operated by all the shops.
Calling whiskey 25 from Warwick Control. Now go right.
In what almost amounts to an extra team of bobbies on the beat, traders can warn each other of approaching trouble.
Suspect entering Delta Papa. Suspect entering Delta Papa.
Romeo Papa to Bravo Charlie, receiving over.
With the eyes and ears in place, the town turned its attention to local bylaws. 6 months ago, the District Council was given the power to turn Leamington Spa into an alcohol-free zone. Now, all over the town and in the parks, signs warn of substantial fines if people are caught drinking alcohol in public. The effect has been to drive alcohol off the streets and to declare war on town centre drunks. The combination of measures now being operated by the community itself in Leamington Spa has resulted in what appears to be a dramatic reduction in crime. Compared with 2 years ago, police claim it's gone down by 20%. Vehicle crime has dropped 40%.
I believe that they are real reductions. There are some very minor indications of displacement, but I say we are analysing crime on a street-by-street basis, and certainly it is quite evident that there has been a substantial impact on reducing crime.
Nighttime, when most of the problems begin, and it's not just on the hot summer nights that trouble can break out. It's freezing cold and it's almost midnight here in the middle of Leamington Spa, but even the sub-zero temperatures haven't kept the crowds off the streets. Most of them pour into the pubs and nightclubs, who've also joined the town's unofficial police force. They launched an initiative here called Safe Enjoyment of Alcohol in Leamington Spa, SEAL, which has now been taken up nationally. Licensees are trained how to spot trouble developing, and all the pubs and clubs are connected with a hotline, which can also alert the police.
now the cooperation between the licensees and the licensed premises in towns and all aspects of local government within the town is actually on a better footing than it ever has been. And I've been in the town centre now for 15 years as licensee, and now people are actually talking to each other instead of just saying, oh, it's them, forget it, close the door, ignore them, it'll go away. Now everybody talks to each other.
So what do the people who live here make of it all?
I wouldn't walk at night at that time. I mean, I walk now because it's better, you know, it's more safer now. The bottom end of town, I wouldn't go down the bottom end of town because it's still not safe.
It's strange to think that we're being watched all the time, but it's got to be done, I think.
I think all it does in terms of both crime and alcohol is push it to the fringes. So it doesn't solve the problem, but it makes a very nice little enclave of security for the nice middle-class people of Leamington. So I think it's terrible.
Nevertheless, in Royal Leamington Spa, the measures had all-party support. But they were lucky the council had some spare cash to start up the schemes. Many other towns with drink-related crime problems might not find it so easy because of government cash restraints.
I think Howard should take note of it and provide more resources to enable other parts of the country to achieve what Leamington and Warwick District has been able to achieve. I also think it will be helpful for him and his colleagues to note the way in which local government has been able to coordinate not just the political will of the council, but also all the amenity groups and other residents' associations that have supported this measure, and, if you like, as a piece of community leadership, deliver a package which has worked and worked well.
Nationally, the idea of partnerships against crime is an idea embraced by both main parties. The main debate rests on who pays for it. Mark Dyson, Channel 4 News, Leamington Spa.
Well, law and order is the theme of this evening's speech by the Prime Minister.